Hello people of YouTube, Pixie here, and today on my channel I am doing the 50 facts about me tag, and I am super excited to do this. I know I say that in every video, but I actually genuinely am excited to do this because I actually have been meaning to do this for a while now, and I just haven't been able to get around to it. I have actually been on YouTube since 2013, so I feel like it's time for us to get to know each other, or at least for you to get to know me a little bit more. And yeah, so I got my trusty dusty tea right here, which if you're wondering, it's chamomile, and I have my 50 facts written down on my phone, so I apologize in advance if I'm like looking down at my phone too much, but let's just get on into it. So fact number 1, I am 23 years old. Fact 2, I was born in December and I am a Sagittarius. Fact 3 is that I am mixed. I am a quarter black, a quarter Japanese, and half white. More specifically, Irish. That was my laundry falling over. Fact 4, I actually wear glasses, but I tend not to wear them that often in my videos because I know that they'll glare onto the screen. Okay, so when I was a baby, I had really bad asthma, but mostly I would say I've grown out of it. When I was 8, I actually sprained my ankle, and the way that I did it was that I was skipping down the stairs. This also took place when I was in elementary school. We were doing some kind of like historical play, and I got to play Benjamin Franklin. I remember I had like a solo, my hair was all tied back, I had like these little spectacles on, and yeah, I thought it was so cool. When I was in junior high school, I got to host my talent show, my school's talent show both years. So 7th and 8th grade, I hosted with a bunch of other kids for the first year, and then the second year it was just me and then another guy, and it was so much fun. I got to do a lot of costume changes and dress up as a lot of different characters, which was an absolute blast. We wrote the script. It was so much fun. Okay, so the next fact is when I was in high school, I was actually on the swim team. I wasn't like the greatest swimmer, and I still am definitely not the greatest swimmer, but it was such a good sport. It's still a great sport. Yeah, good memories, good memories. I think my favorite stroke is probably backstroke, and I would probably say that out of all of them, that's probably the one that I was the best at, if you can even say I was good at any of them. Next, also when I was in high school, I was also a part of the theater department, and I absolutely loved it. I was part of theater for all 4 years since I was a freshman. That was actually my first class I ever took in high school, was a theater class, and yeah, it was amazing. One of the plays that we did, we rewrote the script for The Emperor Has No Clothes, and we kind of set it in like a western, and I was the narrator, and we actually traveled to like the elementary schools in my hometown, and I was a narrator, and it was so much fun, and I miss theater so much. I also did speech and debate in high school, and I didn't do really any debating, but I did more of the speech portion, and what I did was something called a duo, which if you don't already know, a duo is basically two people who are basically giving like a performance of either like a play or some kind of, it's like you can do a movie maybe, some kind of script, and you're acting it out, but you can't make eye contact with your partner, and you also can't have any physical contact. So it's actually really interesting, and I kind of recommend you look it up online if you've never seen it. There are some really talented people who've done duos and that are online. So fact 12, I have one older brother. Okay, so fact 13 is I am a pescatarian, which means that I eat fish, but I don't eat any other types of meat. And I've actually been a pescatarian since I was in junior high school. So my favorite season is fall. There's just something that is so amazing about fall. I think it's like the crisp air. I think that's on another one of my facts, is that I like absolutely love Halloween. That is my favorite holiday of all time. And what more can you say? I mean, literally, it's the best season. I technically was born in fall, so I also like it because of that reason. I just love the season. I just love the colors. I love the clothing. I love the like aesthetics. Fall is the best. It is just the best, and it will always be the best, and every time it's not fall, I wish it was fall. Yeah, my next one was Halloween is my favorite holiday, which I already said. I really love making Halloween costumes. Actually, you can even find an old video on my channel where I made like some Halloween costumes, but I don't know, well, let me see what year it was. When I was in junior high, I think, I just got really into like making my own Halloween costumes because I think I was just like kind of, I don't know, I thought it was kind of insane how expensive Halloween costumes were in the store, like store-bought costumes. I just thought they were ridiculously overpriced, and I was like, I think I could make a more original costume myself. And so I did. I started making costumes. Like, I remember one year I was a lollipop, one year I was a lamp, one year I was a, okay, do you remember those commercials, the Geico commercials with like the stack of money? I was that guy. I was the stack of cash. And one year I was a silly band. One year my friend and I dressed up as, she was a Christmas tree and I was a Christmas present. And yeah, I mean, one year I was even a Tom's shoe. I love them. Actually, my mom really helped me with that costume. Most of them I make by myself, but my mom has helped a lot with some of my costumes. So thank you, Mama Bear. One year I was 3D glasses. I love costume, and I actually encourage all of you to make your own costumes if you have the time or materials or any of that stuff. They're actually like a lot cheaper and they're a lot more fun, and you feel a lot more proud when you're wearing them and people ask you like, whoa, did you make that yourself? And you're like, yes I did. Although I have made so many different costumes, the thing that I have dressed up the most as like a number of times is a witch. I have dressed up as a witch like a billion times. When I was a kid, my friends and I thought we were witches and we thought we were fairies. We were really into like magical things. Actually, when I was 13, I thought I was going to like fly away on my broom and like find my powers like in Kiki's Delivery Service. Okay, so the next fact is that my favorite try guy from like BuzzFeed is Zach. Ugh, I love him. Okay, so I have two dogs. One is like a big Mastiff and the other is a small little half Chihuahua, half Jack Russell, and I love them both very much. Okay, so the next fact is that I had a snake when I was a kid, which actually escaped in my house. Yeah, I'm not kidding. He actually escaped in my house and it was actually insane. And I will be making a story time video about that, and because it is just the weirdest story you've ever heard in your life. So I would say that I am definitely a night owl more than a morning person. I am like always up so late, either like on YouTube, reading, doing something, editing. I don't know, I just am such a night owl. So my favorite shows, like cartoon shows, I have a few, so I'm gonna list off a few of them. American Dad. I think Seth MacFarlane is incredible. I actually wasn't really into Family Guy or any of that like growing up, but when I got older and I saw American Dad, I just thought it was so funny and so good. So I would definitely say that is like one of my favorite shows, or favorite cartoons for sure. And actually, to kind of add on to favorite cartoons, I would also say Futurama. If you've never seen Futurama, you literally should like, well, you should finish this video, but then you should literally go start Futurama. It is really good. And I would also recommend, which I'm sure you've seen, hopefully, Hey Arnold and As Told by Ginger. As Told by Ginger doesn't get talked about as much as it should, but it is such a good cartoon. You should go watch it. It's so good. It is so good. And actually, going back to Hey Arnold, there's a movie coming out and I am so stoked to see that because we're gonna get to see what happened to Arnold's parents, and it's like, ooh, all the feels, all the feels. My favorite movie is Persona. Yeah, it's a really good movie. You should go watch it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's just really good. My favorite food is sushi. I love it. I feel like I could eat it every day. I've never actually tried to do that, but I feel like I could. I am like addicted to candy. Ask literally any of my friends, any of my coworkers. I have a serious problem with candy, and I'm not even like exaggerating or anything. I don't know what it, I guess it's just I'm addicted to sugar, but only in candy. Like, I don't really like cakes, I don't really like sweet pastries. Donuts are good, obviously. But candy, there's just something about candy that I just cannot get enough of. And I don't know, for a while I was on like a Starburst kick, then like a Now and Later. I just really like Now and Laters, they're so good. And now I've kind of been into Twizzlers recently, and I've literally bought so many packs. It's kind of an issue, which I guess kind of makes sense of why Halloween is my favorite holiday. I mean, then you get free candy and you get to, it's like combining all of my favorite things into one like day. It's just too much. It's just amazing. Halloween is candy. I also really like, you know those candy apples? You know when you were a kid and you had those like caramel candy apple lollipops? You know what I'm talking about? They sell those at Target for like $1, like a huge pack of them for $1. I have problems. I have problems, I know. In case you didn't know this, I love tea. I don't drink coffee. No matter how much creamer, how much sugar, I can't get over like that bitter coffee base, and so I just don't drink it. Yeah. Okay, so next fact about me is I can actually wiggle my ears. So I'll do it right now. Wait. I am 5'2". My favorite color is blue, although recently I've really been into brown. Okay, so when I was a kid, I used to collect snails. I don't know, I just really like them. But I actually am really creeped out by slugs, which is kind of weird, but in my defense, snails have shells and slugs don't, and that part alone really creeps me out. So my favorite book series is the Series of Unfortunate Events, and yes, I'm actually on the last episode of what's on Netflix right now, and I am really overwhelmed and excited by the show. I think they've done a really great job with this version. All of my childhood dreams coming true. I love Wes Anderson. Doesn't everyone? The first time I took a plane ride, it was actually to San Francisco for the music festival Outside Lands. The first time I took the behind the wheel driving test, I failed. I did not pass, and I cried about it. Okay, so this is really random, but when these two movies come on TV, I like have to watch it no matter what. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's become a routine where if it's on and I see that it's on TV, I will just watch the entire thing no matter like what part it's at. I'll just watch it. And those two movies are Paul Blart, which is really random. I just think it's really funny, and I'm just thinking about a line from the movie. And then the second one is Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? The next fact is that I get cold super easily. My favorite book is probably one of my favorite books, because definitely I know I love Series of Unfortunate Events, but my favorite, like, I guess standalone book is Elsewhere. I highly recommend it. Moving along to the next one, I actually really enjoy writing, creative writing, and I love it. My favorite genre is science fiction. When I was a kid, my mom threw me the best birthday parties. Okay, so we are on to the last fact, fact 50. We've made it this far, and that is when I was younger, I used to hate scary movies, but now I love them. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Sorry if this video was a little long. 50 facts takes a long time. What else can I say? Thank you again, for watching, and oh my goodness, I'm going to knock stuff over like the last video. And yeah, if you aren't subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would love it if you joined our family here on the internet. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video.